today we're gonna meditate and connect with the solar plexus. Yes, so just to recap for what we've done so far, we've done the base chakra, the second and the third, and today we're in the third. And I just want to recap about. Let's just go straight to. Okay, good. So first, I'll give a explanation about all the chakras, or the one that we've done and the one that we're going to do today. But before we start, let's just take a minute that we connect, so we can really form a tribe, a group, a unity between us. So we're moving from the mind to the heart. So let's just take 1 minute and bring our mind to our heart. Yeah, and feel that the heart opens up. That's first of all. And this is our connection to ourselves and to life. If you're doing it on Instagram, you can do exactly the same. Because a unity with each other has to do with the heart. It has to do with the mind acknowledging that we are here together, and then the heart feels it. The mind cannot feel, and the heart cannot think. So these two have to work together. So the mind acknowledge what we want. So acknowledge unity, acknowledge group, and the heart creates it or feels it. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. We're opening our heart. We're opening our heart, and we're acknowledging that we are connected first to ourselves, then to each other. Yes, so we just have to say it. I'm acknowledging that I'm connecting to the group of people that joined now together in this meeting. Okay, and then we're connecting to everything, to infinity. And all these are happening in the same time. Infinity, me, group is all one thing. And the heart is what connects. And the mind is what acknowledges. Good. So now when we have this unity, sense of unity, I just want to say that the journey we're going through the chakras is a journey of evolution. And in order to evolve, we can recognize two ways. One way is linear way, that we go from the base chakra and the second chakra, and like this, we're connecting to the qualities of each chakra, and we're activating it, but acknowledging its quality, meditating on it, and feeling its quality coming to life. So this is one way. The other way is when we unite the top three, which is the throat, the third eye, and the crown, and the lower three, the base, the second, and the solar plexus in the heart. Okay? So really what unites is love. Okay? So let's focus on the solar plexus, but understand that in order to get to the solar plexus, we have to born. And first we have to be made. Okay? So we are made or being raised inside the second chakra, in the uterus. Okay? Then we are being given birth through the base chakra into the earth. And then like we are seeding down, and then from the earth, we start to grow. Okay, exactly like a seed enters to the earth, and with all the what's involved around the seed, yeah, like the fruit, the sweetness, it gives the power for the seed to do its first steps and to start to go out and go through the earth and start to express. Okay, so the power for the seed comes from the second chakra, and we talked about it last time, that it's the chakra of life. It's a chakra that gives us the power to create, to sustain, to maintain, to protect life. So after we've been born and we start to grow, then we start to express. And we're expressing ourselves through the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is the chakra that we express ourselves on the ego level. What are my qualities and how do I express my qualities in my life? Okay, let's just continue 1 minute. Yeah, so the solar plexus, first of all, it has its symbol like any other chakra. It's called the Manipura. Oops, sorry. Let's go on back. It's called the Manipura. And the quality that relates to the solar plexus is, first of all, relates to the ego, to self-esteem. But before we go to self-esteem, we have to understand that self-esteem is something very natural. Yeah, it's a little baby doesn't have to have a self-esteem, you know, it just acts naturally, completely natural. Yeah, self-esteem we need actually when we don't have an esteem, so we need a self-esteem because we're acting not natural, and then we need to feel good about ourselves. Okay, but the solar plexus is what allows us to feel that feeling that I'm okay the way I am. For that, we need self-acceptance, that I'm accepting myself the way I am. Yeah. Now, when we do spiritual practice, so many times we say, oh, actually, I have a big ego and I'm not supposed to have an ego. And why would I make myself very important? And it doesn't matter if I don't know what I'm good at. But anyway, yeah. So what I want to say about it, that I think it's very important that we find what we are good at in life. So we do have this expression of our qualities in our life. And from that, we can kind of complete this kind of basic call in our life to that's what I need to do in my life. And then later on, if we want, we can let go of that. Yeah. But first, we have to feel good that we completed what we wanted to do in our life. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, because many people, they feel that they don't know what they want to do in their life. And I think it's important to connect. Okay. And then later, we can let it go. Another thing that is very important is the connection between the heart, the mind, and the solar plexus. Okay. Because the heart, as we started this meditation, is about love. And the heart never judges anybody and anything. Only the mind judges. So really, when the heart is soft and connected to love, and the mind is soft and just allowing the life force to flow, then we can express without any problem. And we just expressing our nature and our qualities with naturally. There's no problem. There's no question about it. So it's very important that when we have this doubt, what shall I do in my life? How can I express myself in my life? So the first step for that is to relax, is not to make an effort. And for that, I wanted to bring 2 poems that coming from the Chinese and the Japanese Zen. Just a minute. One that I mentioned in the Meridian workshop is that heaven, earth, and I are living together, and all things and I form an inseparable unity. Meaning that when I'm relaxed and when I'm allow heaven and earth to manifest through me, my expression is natural. Yeah, I don't have to make any force for that. Let's look at another one. And this comes from a Zen master. Just 1 minute. And what he says, it's in Spanish, so I'll translate it. Cuando te enfermas a una desgracia, no, cuando enfrentas a una desgracia, es bueno enfrentarse a ella. When you meet something that is not comfortable, it's better to accept it and to be with it. Cuando enfermas, es bueno enfermar. When you get ill, it's good to be ill, meaning to be what is to be. Cuando mueres, es totalmente apropiado a morir. Yeah? When you die, it's completely appropriate to die. Con no mente, las flores invitas a la mariposa. Yes, so with no mind, the flower invites, yeah, the butterfly. There's no thought. Con no mente, la mariposa visita las flores. With no mind, the butterfly visits the flower. Cuando la flor se abre, la mariposa viene. When the flower opens, the butterfly just comes. Cuando la mariposa viene, la flor se abre. Yeah? When the butterfly comes, the flower opens. Ellas no se conocen, they don't know each other. Sin embargo, ambas siguen naturalmente el camino. They don't know each other, but they still continue naturally the way. And that's exactly has to do with self-esteem, yeah, because when we relax, yeah, and we just follow life, who we are, our nature will come and manifest. And we have a tendency in our society to judge ourselves and to compare ourselves to others, and then we're blocking ourselves. And even if we are on the way, we say, no, I'm not on the way. If anybody can make sure, everybody can make sure your mic is mute, okay, because it makes noises. Ilona, okay, here you are muted now, okay. Good. So, yeah, so about self-expression is about letting go and allowing yourself just to be. Now, if I go a bit backwards, yeah, to the affirmation. So what happened that usually when we judge ourselves, if I'm not okay the way I am, so this is a negative affirmation because the thought creates reality. Like we started this meditation, when we are not connected, when we didn't acknowledge that we are together, yeah, we were dispersed in our energy as a group and as people. The minute we say we are together now, immediately we formed and we have much more power in ourselves and as a group. So the same, when we do a negative affirmation inside our body, for example, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, nobody loves me, I will never have enough, then we are taking energy from our system and we become empty. So for each chakra, we have a positive affirmation that we can enhance that quality in ourselves, and not only in ourselves, but also in the chakra that is related or vibrated in relationship to this affirmation. So for the solar plexus is I trust, appreciate, accept, and love myself the way I am at this moment. Why at this moment? Because the mind can easily say, what do you mean you accept yourself, but you're still overweight, for example, and you're not supposed to accept yourself because then you're not going to lose weight, never. Okay, so what we say is right now, yeah, right now. It doesn't mean that I will not do something to lose weight, but right now I cannot lose weight like this, so I'm accepting myself the way I am right now, because it's better to be comfortable and relaxed with myself than fighting myself. And then I'll do what I can in order to lose weight if that's what I want or whatever I want to do. Okay, good. And each affirmation is very powerful and can really help balance the vibration between the mind and the body. Good. Are there any questions about it before we go into the meditation? If anybody wants to open the mic, or people that are on Instagram, I think you can send questions. I think so. So you can send me something. Okay. If there are no questions, we'll go into the meditation. So make sure you're sitting comfortable. And let's start and connect with our breathing. And let's visualize that there is a beautiful channel or line that comes from heaven through our body into the pelvic floor. And when we inhale, we're drawing the life force through that line all the way through the center channel from heaven to the pelvic floor. And when we exhale, that energy is lifting up, back through the center channel, crown, infinity. Now, as we're emphasizing the power of the mind to create reality, so if we widening our awareness that we are infinite being and not only a ego small beings, then we can visualize that the light comes from infinity and not only from above my head. So let's do it. Let's visualize immense infinite energy field around us, and then visualize that the light comes through all this infinite distance and bringing with it a lot of light, a lot of power, all the way down to the pelvic floor. And with it comes a lot of nourishment, a lot of power, a lot of vitality. And when we exhale, it goes back up and back to heaven. At the same time, let's acknowledge as well that we have energy coming from the earth. So try to feel inside your body the power that comes from heaven and nourishes you downwards, and the power that comes from earth and nourishes you upwards. And for us to feel good, these two energies of yang, of heaven, and yin, of the earth, has to be alive and functioning in the same time. Or better saying, we're supposed to accept or to use them because they are all the time available, never stopping. Now, how best we can use the energy of heaven and earth is the same like this Chinese and Taoist sages told us, just to allow the heaven and earth to flow into each other and to relax and to be available for those qualities to flow through us. We don't need to do anything like the butterfly and the flower. Beautiful. Now, before we go into the solar plexus, let's reconnect with the base chakra. And remember, we visualize that it's shaped like a lotus flower that has its root all the way down into the earth, or traditionally it's visualized into a muddy pond. And then the beauty of the lotus flower is floating. And we are sitting gently inside it. And we feel the nourishment coming from the earth. And we feel the support and the firm base it gives us. And also the safety, because the petals of the lotus flower are like protecting us from all direction, so we feel cozy. Good, so we have a good base. Then we're going to the second chakra, which is just below the navel and above the pubic bone. And this is the chakra of power. So the affirmation is that I feel powerful, capable, nourished. Yeah. And I allow my second chakra to manifest that life force. And relaxing that area and allowing that chakra to flower. And in that chakra, the qualities that flowers is power, is raw power. And that power can be used to protect, to love, to laugh. It can be expressed in one go, like in a karate or like very strong attack, like a tiger. Or it can be expressed very quietly, like a lion that sits lying down in the forest, and everybody knows who is the king, because the lion acknowledging the power within itself, and then everybody knows. That's the quality of the second chakra, and we should feel it, that there is a lion inside our second chakra. And this lion gives us the ability to protect ourselves and to express ourselves. This is our battery. Good. Now, when the seed is starting to go up, to grow, to emerge from the earth, and it starts to show its quality, because when you take seeds, many of them, you don't know what kind of plant will grow out of these seeds. Yeah, here in the greenhouse we have in the house, we planted many seeds, we saw many seeds, and we lost track who is what, and we don't know because they don't expressing yet their qualities. This is the solar plexus, the expression of the qualities of the seeds. Let's connect to the solar plexus. Location-wise, it's just below the chest, in the upper part of the abdomen, let's say this upper stomach area. And just in parentheses to say that traditionally, the solar plexus is placed in the navel, okay? And from my work, I've seen that psychologically, it's more vibrating with the solar plexus area, okay? So I look at it more in that area. So don't get confused. It doesn't mean, of course, that either one is wrong. It's just different qualities. Okay, so we're connecting to the solar plexus. And let's visit it completely clean and ask ourselves, what do I feel there? How is the quality of my solar plexus? Is it relaxed? Is it tight? Maybe it's warm, or maybe it's cool. Maybe it has a very bright color, or maybe dark color. All these are maybes. Maybe you don't feel any of those, that's okay as well. I just suggest different possibilities. Now the solar plexus relates very much to breathing because it sits exactly where the diaphragm muscle, just below the lungs and the top of the stomach. So when the solar plexus is a bit blocked, we don't breathe very deep. So the quality of your breathing will indicate immediately how is your solar plexus. Good. So let's just be there. And to open a chakra, to feel better in a chakra, we can approach it psychologically with affirmation, and we can approach it energetically just with presence. So let's first approach it energetically. And why is that? Because psychologically, let's say deep inside, I think that I'm not good enough, that I'm a failure, that I'm stupid. So those thoughts maybe come from my childhood, and I did a lot of work with myself to get out of these tendencies, but still they visit me once in a while. When they visit me, my solar plexus get tight. So I know I shouldn't think that way, but when I do, I need a remedy for my solar plexus. So it's very useful to know how to undo tension anywhere, and in this case, in the solar plexus. And later, we'll do the psychological aspect. So to undo tension, we're just being present. We're just being present and try to be present, being aware as clear as possible. Where is the tension? Exactly. As clear as you are about the imbalance, as fast as your system responds to it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you are aware of the solar plexus as an ego person, meaning quite small, it's one experience. But if you're aware of your solar plexus as an aura person, meaning that you're aware that around you there's energy field, it's another experience. And then if you're aware of the aura, of the solar plexus as infinite being, it's another experience. Not just experience, so you have tools in your pocket that you can use. So let's connect as the auric being, yeah? That we are aware of our ethereal body in the same time that we're aware of our solar plexus. And so we feel that we are big, we are wide, and we're aware of the solar plexus. Beautiful. And now let's open further out into infinity. Just allow your awareness to go with no limits to infinity, but don't lose your connection with the solar plexus. And as wider we are, the solar plexus has more space to undo and relax. And because we already touched with our awareness the base and the second chakra today, so let's invite the power that flows through these chakras to support the solar plexus as well. So we feel a connection, we feel a flow, that everything supports everything, and allow the solar plexus to be majestic. So now let's add the aspect of the psychology. So let's add the affirmation. So we're still aware of the solar plexus. I trust, appreciate, accept, and love myself in the way I am at this moment. I trust, appreciate, accept, and love myself the way I am at this moment. And as you saying this, say it with awareness of the solar plexus. Good. And let's let go of the solar plexus and just zoom out a little bit and just feel how everything is connecting together. The lower three chakras, the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown. So we feel that there are like beads or diamonds on that central channel that we connected. It connects heaven and earth. And each chakra is like a diamond radiating. Now, even if we maybe don't know what we want to do in our lives, or maybe we completed something and we don't know there's a change in our life right now, we trust that when we are relaxing and allowing the life force to flow through us, life will manifest the way we're supposed to manifest, like the butterfly and the flower. Like there is a story that the emperor of China, its only job was to keep his heart and his mind centered. So he was sitting inside the center of the forbidden city, only meditating. Because if he keeps his mind at peace and his heart in peace and love, from there, only peace and love will emanate to the whole kingdom. The same inside ourselves. When our mind and our heart are peaceful, so we live in peace, we emanate in peace, and what we do is a result of that. So if we do have tendencies to judge ourselves, we usually, most of us, has, we can always go to the positive affirmation. We can always go to be present with the solar plexus, so the life force will come back and regenerate and revitalize our being. Beautiful. Okay. So next week I'm going to meditate and I'm going to explain about the heart chakra, which is which is the center, I think, of everything. And I would say the most important, because I can have low self-esteem, but if I cannot open my heart, I'm in trouble. Yeah. But if I can love, I can also love myself and accept myself the way I am, even I have a tendency to judge myself. So the heart is the center of everything. I can be super spiritual and super smart, but if my heart is not open, again, it's not working. So the heart is the center and love is the center of life. So next week is very important. We're going to work and meditate on love and with love and in love. And you're most welcome. And remember that what we're doing here is part of our Infinite Being Academy. And we offer different activities. We're offering the energy reading courses and different activities. And you're welcome to visit our website and join us. Okay. So thank you so much and have a beautiful evening and beautiful week. And yeah, we'll see you around. See you in the hood. Okay. Bye, everybody.